Hello, Aries. Welcome back to the channel. It's Chrissy Sawyer here. Let's do an end of July reading, but these are feeling like legacy readings for the next 6 months. So we're in a really big transition. So there's nothing kind of going to happen overnight, but this hopefully will give you an insight into what I'm reading for is the feminine and the masculine as inner archetype. So the feminine as the passive receptive and the masculine as the active dynamic. All right. So we're going to read for feminine, the masculine, and in the middle, some bridging energies where there's a inflexibility. So you can use the energies in the middle to move between the two. And this is primarily for people who are doing the inner work, the energy work, the emotional body work, to really start expanding into these new energies which are coming in. But you might see this reading turn up as a real relationship in your life, and if you see that, great, go for it, apply it, because that's how you've chosen to receive your messages, through the mirror of another. It's great. Yeah, and as usual, govern yourselves accordingly. Take what lands and leave what doesn't. So we're going to start with, this is a 6-deck, 16 card reading. So we're going to start with current energy. What archetype is being harnessed at this time? Where do you want to shine a light on that archetype? What is it you're willing to change? What is it you want to achieve? And then we'll wrap the reading up with an abundance card. Right, let's see what, oh, wow. You got change coming in, Aries. Well, your inner masculine's got a change coming in. So let's start with the feminine. So the inner feminine is really elevating. Have a good look at this. Elevating, connecting to source, opening the third eye. Is that a key? Yeah. I'm getting this key going both ways. So it's the key to unlocking connection to source, and it's the key to the inner self that might not have been met in the world. The hidden self, right? Maybe who you came here to be. And that will need activating with some higher frequencies. So it looks like she's now going to connect out, up, in, all simultaneously, shebang, and elevate and activate hidden codes, hidden DNA, dormant DNA. What's that going to be like for an Aries? Fire, action, drive, shebang. Not sure. And immediately I've gone into my head with this card. Just notice this space. My heart is closing. My higher heart, that innocence and purity and curiosity, is closing. It's coming in on this beautiful feminine 13. Right, okay. It might be to do with the bridging card. I think this came out for Gemini as well, but it came out for the masculine. And it's going to be about spotting the imposter. It might be about where your income comes from. It might be about how you're viewed in the world materially. Oh, look at it. So what I'm being shown is that the higher self, right? I'm seeing this in a completely different way now. This is the higher self connecting to the inner feminine, right? And it's like she's got this. And it's like, this might be an uncomfortable shift for you, Aries. And that will depend entirely, and I'm just going to say it, on how strong your ego is, or how strong your personality projection is, how much you want others to see you in a certain way, maybe. Or how you thought this was your path, and now you've got this opening up. And we'll see what the other cards say, but I'm just noticing she is talking way more than he is. That's what I'm noticing. Even the bridging card is talking way more than he is. He's a bit frozen, but he's observing. Let's look at what archetypes are going to be harnessed for you during this shift. There's a shift with the fork in the road. Wow. That's why my higher heart was closing. When masculine energy came in, the higher heart, which is purity, that's like hitting the reset button. That is like, clear the decks, I'm starting from scratch. It's that kind of energy. And I love that it's coming on the feminine side, because she's already telling me I've got this. Succumb. Ooh. Succumb. So I'm sorry for all the glare. We've got thick clouds, so my lens is over adjusting. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So this is just working with higher energy, higher power. Don't like the word power. Higher love. Shadow attribute will be fear of intimate union. Right, that's why they're giving me the word succumb. Intimate union is the holy marriage. It is, it's the holy marriage between the masculine and the feminine within. Let's see what he's harnessing. So far, it feels like the feminine's got this within Aries. It's the masculine that's... Oh my God. My solar plexus is going, nope, 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 no pity, nope. Not having it. Oh my good lordy lord. He's in for a challenge. So monk energy is devotion, commitment, diligence, direction. This is about selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. This is the fork in the road. Monk, in its shadow aspect, is negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. So that might be about self-justification or staying this energy, because in this energy, yeah, I'm raking all this dough in and it's all going good. Does it feed your soul? Yeah, I've got all this dough and the car's great. Yeah, but does it feed your heart? Okay, and there's another message in here about making this commitment to self isn't about turning your back on the physical world and damning it all to hell. It's just about it's a simple movement to go within and really start tuning in to this deeply inner, reflective, Feels lovely. I know I'm frowning, I'm just tracking the energy. It's gone right down to the dantian, which is like a nuclear power station around the belly button. Which could literally question where he came from. So the bridging energy between this Virgin and Monk, those two together, the Virgin and the Monk. Shall I call it that? The Virgin and the Monk. I'm going to call it that. Oh, wow. Well, that's perfect. That's really, really going to help is to move into artistic expression. I wonder if that's why the power station's kicking off, getting ready to, because this could look like a passionate rebirth of art. It could be now in the world a passionate rebirth of art, but coming from introspection and higher vibration. So this is it is a reset. Feels like a reset. So the light attribute of the artist is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses. Inspiring others to see life symbolically, and metaphorically, I might add to that. The shadow aspect of the artist is to use talent as an excuse to mistreat others. Well, I might add to use certain talents as a distraction for what's getting ready to be birthed within. So looking outwards rather than looking inwards, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. So that's going to question the inner victim. It's about false humility. I think your ego is going to get challenged, Aries, but I think you want it to because it's showing up. I think you want it to. Let's look at what light wants to be shone. Gosh, I think this is the fourth card. Honestly, if you saw the way I shuffled these cards, it becomes an impossibility from the laws of physics that they come out again so soon. I think this is the fourth time this one's been out. I've just been talking about trickster energy. So trusting tricksters is about bringing fear. It's okay to meet the trickster because it's within us. The trickster's only power is when you give trust, when you ignore the somatic response of the body. So the body's instinctual response is about active intelligence at a cellular level. I trust my body way more than I trust anything north of here, my third eye. So it can be as simple as that moment when you meet somebody and something kicks off. And tune into that and be with that. Again, stay away from judgment, but be with that. Trust the body, trust. The trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. So I was going to question relationships. This is on the feminine side. So the feminine wants to shine a light on her purity by learning to trust herself and to not be taken by tricksters or inner trickster energy or people who are drawn to the purity within Aries. It's going to challenge your relationships. But, excuse me, her desire is to uplift how she trusts self. It's all we can trust. It's all we have control over. It's the only thing we have control over. Oh. It's like the whole system just relaxed. Look at this for willingness to change. This is the masculine wants to shine a light on his monk by melting his masks. And allow the feminine to come through. Allow, succumb. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles that you fulfill. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of stopping and taking a moment to tune into that monk energy, that strong silence. It's a noble silence within. And letting the mask go, and that will challenge the ego, and it needs to, because the ego's tired out. It needs to stand down now. It's done its work, but it can stand down and just, it can have a factory reset, so it just does the small bit that it should be doing, but the ego is managing so much at the moment because we're giving it power and it's becoming the trickster. Yeah. Well, look at this for a bridging energy between learning to trust tricksters and melting the mask. Bridging energy is go to the spark, just go in, find the light, find that divine spark, wait, pause, and let it rise, and then bring it through. So I might say actually there is a higher energy coming in to support this whole thing. It's what I'm getting is something about redefining the role of leadership, because Aries is cardinal fire, it leads, but when Aries becomes a dictator, I lead, you follow. And Aries can become a dictator because they're cardinal, they're pinned to the cross. And so what Aries might hide maybe is vulnerability. The vulnerability of just taking that pause before making the old decision. Going to the inner monk. Pausing at the fork in the road. I might draw another card on that fork in the road. It's very quiet. It's not talking at all. Right, let's look at what you're willing to change, feminine. I'm willing to change what inspires me. Tired of trying, tired of following, tired of being led. What I'm seeing today in this card actually is an elevation of the solar plexus to up above the crown. Ah, right, okay. That's divine will over personal will. So, willing to change what inspires her. Masculine is willing to change. Oof, wow. I'm getting the phrase, be the hunter of karmic light. Yeah. So, What he wants to change is how he hunts. And the vision that I was shown there was actually really going deep down into the cellar to break the darkness open and bring through this new flower of life, this new blueprint. What did I call it? The light of karmic light. So to break through the new karmic light, the new blueprint, raise it from the dead. All right. He's got to go within. Fork in the road, monk energy coming in as the archetype. And he's wanting to melt the mask, to shine that light on the monk energy, to melt the mask. And be a different hunter within. Go within, because owls only hunt at night. They only hunt in the dark. Dark, 8, Karma, Lord Karma. Hang on. I think Chiron is retrograde in Aries at the moment. Oh, wow. Bear with me. You'll need to check that. I'm talking sidereal astrology, not Western. I'm going to trust it just because it's come in. That the Chiron's coming in. So there's some healing going on. And a lot of support. Higher power, purity, inspiration, a lot of support. Artist. Wow. Different kind of hunter, hunting within. Bridging energy of what the masculine and the feminine are willing to change is to feel and know. Different kind of knowing. Different kind of peacock. There's such a humble, powerful energy with this. Very still, very silent. So Aries, masculine, inner or outer, I might guide that you at least take the rest of July to go within. Let's not give it the heavy word. 11:33. Let's not give it the heavy word of meditation. Just sit and go into dark and see what happens. Blinkers off, mind wide open. Sit, go into the dark, shut out the illusory world, go into the real world and wait and see what happens. Yeah. So this is what the feminine wants to achieve. It's that reset back to purity, that reset of her expression in the world. It's young love. This is like young love, naive love. And when we practice naivety, we have to have improved our trust. Because if you are an empath in the world and you are naive, then you're going to get some vampires. But if you've built that inner trust, then you can do what you want with that relationship. So this is strength in naivety. Naivety is just, I don't yet know. That's all naivety is. I don't yet know. Oh, it's really sweet. She feels really sweet. What the masculine wants to achieve. Sun, solar plexus, Leo energy. Look at this elevation of the solar plexus. Well, well, well. He just wants to come back into his passion. And I said back into, because it feels like this isn't his passion. It's a different kind of passion. It might be naive passion. I am optimistic and I appreciate all I have. Well, I might change those words to I dance in the abundance of life, shamelessly. Beautiful. Bridging energy for what wants to be achieved here. Heal thyself. Oh, wow. Yeah. I want to draw a card for Fork in the Road because I've got messages coming in here. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I was going to explain the story of how this card appeared on the table, but I'm not even going to bother. So, traditionally, the Five of Swords is mental conflict. Mental conflict. Looking outwards for help. But what if you're guided by your North Star? He's a really good symbol for Aries, actually. Lead the way. Again, this is hermit energy. If you look at the traditional image of the hermit, the lantern is the light, and it only lights up like that much. So if you become preoccupied with what's beyond there and make all sorts of assumptions about the dark, you'll get lost. So the fact that the light only shines for so far keeps you in the here and now, keeps you in flow state. You have to keep tuning in, right? Light your own path. This is your fork in the road. Aries masculine. Inner or outer masculine, your fork in the road is to lead by lighting your own path. It's a different kind of leadership because it's coming in with monk energy. Got to go with it. You don't have got to do anything. I'm not telling anybody what to do here, but this is a big transition. And it's like the masculine is birthing his feminine, and the feminine is elevating and hitting the reset button. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's powerful and poignant, and there will be some change. Definitely will be some change. But you're building the new Aries, so it looks like you're wanting to build sunshine and naivety. How beautiful is that? Sunshine and naivety, and a willingness to heal yourself, or to be with yourself, or know yourself. It's beautiful. Have an abundance card for Aries, please. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes surrender is painful. Is it this reading I got the word succumb? Or was it the last reading? I can't remember. It goes as soon as it comes in. Sometimes surrender is painful, and like I say, it depends on the strength of the ego. It is the cutting away, and all that is needed goes. All that you need to go goes. It's the cutting away, and yeah. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. It is a giving over. Oh, of course. Okay. It is a giving over of egoic will, lower solar plexus, to elevate that into divine will over my will. Sacrifice. Let go. Let go. You're going to be birthed here into some stunning energy. Stunning energy. So thank you very much, Aries, for sharing your energy with me. I've really enjoyed this reading, not without its challenges, but you've got this, Cardinal Fire, go get them. Right, I'm Oski. Lots of love. I'll see you soon. Bye.